Hi guys, it's Uche here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a quarter one recap of all the books that I've read in 2025 so far. So what I usually do, I use the app Goodreads to track all the books that I read, but I found out that not all the books that I have read are on Goodreads, and it's disheartening. But I just want to use this opportunity to tell my wonderful authors all over the world, African authors, Black authors, please, it is important for you to get your books on Goodreads. Like for people like us that use the app and like to keep track of our books there. So I'll be going into it, all the books that I read in the first quarter of 2025. So the first quarter is from January till March. So I have 26 books that I will be talking about. I'll just be giving you brief thoughts on it. So the first that I read, I started 2025 with The Death of Vivek by Akwaeke Emezi, and I body read this with my darling Frances. This is the second time I'll body read the book, and I really enjoyed it. So if you're looking to get into queer literature, guys, this is the best place to start. The Death of Vivek. And if you're interested in reincarnation, I feel like Akwaeke Emezi sold queerness to us here, and I really enjoyed it. So the next book I read was Men Don't Die by Erhu. I think I said enough about how much I love this book, guys. Oh, this is such an amazing debut, guys. Men Don't Die. You get to ask yourself life questions. What does happiness really mean to you? And this is just an amazing book. I could not just it's okay. I have a proper review of my drafts. Let's wait till then. So the next book I read was Lost in You by Maranatha, Abutu, romance. So I feel like anytime I read literary fiction, I need to dilute it with a bit of romance, and this book is given. So if you're interested in this, butterflies, this book gave me butterflies. Boy meets girl, this book is the book for you. And the author used this book as an avenue to talk about perimenopause. I have never heard about perimenopause, but thanks to this book, for those people thinking, oh, romance is just all about love, and romance is supposed to be about love, but it can teach you things, and this book did that. Then the fourth book I read was Pleasantview by Celeste, Mohammed. So this was my book club's pick for the month of January. It's a collection of short stories, and these stories are interconnected, and I liked the book. It's cool. It's a cool book. It's set in Trinidad and Tobago. We get to see life in that country. It's really cool. Then the next book I read is No Nigerian Will Make Heaven by Peter Omuvwie. Guys, if you're a Nigerian, especially if you're a Nigerian and you've not read this book, hey, wow, what a Nigerian. So this is non-fiction. I know some people will be, oh, non-fiction, I don't read non-fiction. I'm like that too. But guys, why we don't read non-fiction, or we run away from non-fiction, is because of how serious the writing tone is and all. But let me tell you something for free. The writing tone for this book is very conversational. It doesn't feel like you're reading non-fiction. It's talking about Nigeria, the issues that we have in Nigeria, and from what the author said, it is his love letter to Nigeria. And for me that read the book, yes, I feel like it's actually a love letter to Nigeria. So for all Nigerians, everyone is supposed to have a copy of this book, because a lot of things are happening in our country and it's not getting better. You need to read this book. Then the next is The Smoke That Thunders by Erhu Kome. Guys, this is young adult fantasy fiction. If you're looking to get into the world of fantasy, this is your start. You can recommend this book to your younger ones. They can start from here. It's clean, it's fantasy. It's clean, and it's a good way to start to get into fantasy fiction. Like, I enjoyed reading it. guys, this book is it. And that's all the books I read in January. Then for February, I started with Church Girl by Naima Simone. Guys, I don't know if you saw me raving about this book, but this is Harlequin romance, and I would say it was Harlequin romance that I read when I was younger, and that was what inducted me into the world of romance. And guys, it was so cool that it was a black author that had written this Church Girl, and the book characters on the book cover, they were black people. It felt so nice, and I enjoyed this book. Church Girl meets bad boy, and it went down. It went down. Yeah, this book gave me that tingly sensation. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Then the next book, All Shades of Iberibe by Kasimma. This is a collection of short stories, and I am surprised that this book is yet to take the book community by storm, because hey, this book does not get its deserved hypes, and I do not know why. Probably because people don't know about it. So I'm here to tell you that you need to pick up All Shades of Iberibe by Kasimma. It is fun, it is witty, addresses issues, guys, it is educative. This book, I will really get to doing a proper review. Yeah, I've dropped my review on Goodreads, but I really need to talk about this book. My mouth is scratching me. I need to talk about this book. Yeah, I really need to. Then the next book I read was Adanna by Adesuwa and Nwokedi. My mouth was like this. I could not stop shouting. I've seen villains. Yeah, I've seen villains before. Yeah, but I met Akanna in his glory, and he is so terrible. He's such a terrible human being. I hope there's no real life character like that. Like, I took to my TikTok story, and at a point it felt like I was having chest burn because of this book, because of the atrocities that this Akanna was committing. Guys, if you're here with how viral this book has been going last year, even this year, and you've not read this book yet, wow, how does it feel to be stubborn? You're stubborn, oh? You've not read that. You've not read Adanna. You're take this as your sign. Go and read it. Go and read it. Follow us and be traumatized too. Then the next book, Love is Power or something like that by Igoni Barrett. This is a collection of short stories, and I didn't get to finish it, but I will complete the book. I really like the way this book addresses issues. Like, there's just this chill way in the author's writing voice that I dig. I haven't completed the book, not because it bored me or something. No, I just got distracted. I just got carried away. You know how you're reading different books at the same time, and you just, yeah. So that was what happened. But I will definitely complete the book, and of course I'll tell you what I feel about the book. Now, the next book I read is What Love Left Unfinished by Esther Okuru. Guys, this is a non-fiction memoir. Yeah, the second non-fiction I'm reading. How is this happening that I'm reading non-fiction all of a sudden? Yeah, so this is a non-fiction memoir, and one good thing about memoirs is that it's based on real life. So the author doesn't necessarily want to teach you anything. They're just telling you about their life story. Yeah, so that's it. So you could read as fiction, but you know this time that, oh, this author is talking about himself, he's talking about herself, and that was exactly what Love Left Unfinished was about. It's quite tragic, and more tragic when you know that this is what someone had to go through. This is what someone went through, and woo, guys. But it's a very good write. It's a cool book. You should cop this one, yeah? Then the next book I read was Redeeming Love by Francine. So this was my book club's pick for the month of February, and it is the first book I'll be reading by a non-African, a non-black in 2025, and in a long while. My friend Choma has been trying to get me to read this book for the longest time, like for years, and I've been procrastinating, and eventually I read it. And guys, this is Christian fiction. You will just fall in love with God all over, and reading this book, I just wanted to bask in God's presence and just, oh my God, when Jesus calls you to his side, you know, this is, you should really read this book. Like, it just talks about God's unending love for us, his coconut-headed children. Yeah. So this is, I really enjoyed reading the book, and it was a fun time with my book club members. Yeah. Now the next book is The Burgundy by Sandra Nekh. So I got this book from the Kenyan author Sandra Nekh, and this book tells us about life in Nairobi. So in my mind, I traveled to Nairobi. I was in Kenya for a while, and you know, I was in their matatu. Yeah. So, but this book addresses pedophilia in the society. It addresses child abuse, mental health, unwanted pregnancy as a result of, you know, assault. Yeah. So this is a really cool book. It opened my eyes to life in Kenya, life in Nairobi, and yeah. So the next book I read was If These Eyes Could Talk by Cynthia Tasha Osaji Benedict. Guys, I don't know when this author plans to release this book, but I got this book as an advanced review copy. It's a collection of short stories, and If These Eyes Could Talk. Are you people ready? Are you people ready? Because from what I'm saying, this author has been doing a lot of homework. Are you people ready? Hey, God, I beg. I really cannot wait for this book to be out, and for other book lovers to copy it and tell us what they think about this book. Guys, hey! Now, wow! That's all I want to say. That's just all I want to say. Now, that was the last book I read for February, and then for March, I started with Why Men Should Never Get Married by Deborah Oladipupo. So this is a collection of short stories talking about paternity fraud. So it has a whole lot of issues that, you know, it focuses on with each story. Yeah. Then A Renewed Kind of Love, the bonus chapter by Adesuwa and Nwokedi. See, it's cool, it's wonderful when authors tell us a story and we're buying it, we're swallowing it, hook, line and sinker. But you know, when they do an arc redemption, when they tell us the villain story, and all of a sudden I'm not vilifying the villain, I'm rooting for the villain. Yes, that's what Adesuwa and Nwokedi does to me, and I really enjoyed this book. We got it in the newsletter, so if you're subscribed to our newsletter, yeah. So yeah, authors tend to give people free books from there too. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book. Now, the next I read was No Pink in the Rainbow by Angel Patrick Amegbe. This book took me to Abuja. It took me to Belgium, and this book, in fact, thinking about this book, what I just want to sing is, my love for you is never ending. It's never ending. Yeah. So this is, oh my God, guys. I shouldn't say much because I know I've read an excerpt of this book and I've given a written review of this book, so you know how I feel about this book. Now, the next book, New to the Streets by Brandon Amos, aka Code. Guys, by now you know how I feel about this book because it's a great one. Yeah, a very good one. Great one. The next on my list is Balls by Ellie and Kamapel. So this is the first African fiction, Nigerian fiction that I'll be reading that is co-authored. Yeah, has two authors writing it, and this is a novella. This is book one in the Keeping Up with the Adeola series. And guys, you know, when I think about this book and I think about the protagonist in this book, Adeola, the song that comes to my head is Bad by Wale featuring Rihanna. Adeola, you're a very bad girl. Bad girl. Hey, bad girl. She's bad. She's a bad girl. Then the next that I read, A Broken People's Playlist by Chimeka Garrix. Yes, maybe I'm the last person in the book community that got to read this book, but guys, hey, after reading that first story, I used cry to begin my week. I read it on a Monday morning. I cried then. A Broken People's Playlist, a book inspired by songs. This book, if I'm thinking about this book, I'm already having a headache. Let me move on to the next one. So I started reading Black Moses by Elaine Mabanko. So this book took me to Congo. I'm not done with it yet. Yeah. I'm still in the preliminary stages. I've not gotten into half of the book, but yeah, I plan on getting back to the book and I plan on completing the book. Yeah, I think this should be my first book from Congo. Yeah, and I was having fun with the songs from Congo. Then the next I read is Under Your Skin by Uzamere Itonho and Sonny Erezi. So this is the second book that I'm reading that is co-authored too. So these two beautiful ladies sold us a workplace romance, and guys, with love triangle on top. In fact, at a point, love rectangle. And I enjoyed this book. I love the drama that was in it. I love the confusion. I love the dilemma. You know, when you're thinking, I'm in love with two women, I don't know which one to take. But this one is, I'm in love with two men. Okay, not necessarily in love, but you know, the confusion, the dilemma. I like it. I really like the drama. These ladies should write more. Write more. Write now. Write. Then the next book I read was No Perfect Love by Adesuwa Oma Nwokedi. At this point, they should just at this point, anything Adesuwa decides to cook, I will be at the forefront eating it. Because guys, you saw me displaying. So I don't think I need to say too much. But if you've not read No Perfect Love, hey, and the good thing is that it is my book club's pick for the month of April, and I'm not under any pressure to read anything because I have read it, so maybe I'll just be refreshing my memory. I don't think there's anything to refresh about my memory because I have it on lockdown. Everything that I read in this book, I have it on lockdown, and I just want to say, any evil ex that wants to come back, the ex that showed you Pepe 20 years ago, he now wants to come back to finish what he started. Die by fire. Die by fire. Fire. So the next book, Dream Counts by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. A queen and more. So I know my friends have been calling my attention to some negative reviews about the book, and I'm like, sis, a book will find this audience. Yeah. So I would say this book is a love letter to women, to maybe older women in the Nigerian society. So if you've ever wondered what life is like when you're in your 30s or in your 40s and you're married, yeah, this book gives you an insight to what life is. So the women in this book, they were in their 40s, they were unmarried, they were childless, yeah, apart from Zikora, who had a child, and they were still alive, they were living. So don't kill yourself. Yeah. So this book will find this audience. It will find this audience. Wow. I've read Dream Count and I was in my feelings for days. I was thinking about my life. So that's just where I'll leave it. Then the last book I read was Bata by Erhu Kome. So it's quarter one and I've read 2 books from Erhu Kome, same as Adesuwa and Nwokedi. Oh yeah. So this is a post-apocalyptic novella. It's a very small book, very easy to read, and guys, if you've not read anything from the post-apocalyptic genre before, this is a great way to start. It will not bore you out, and the twist at the end of the book, hey, I could not talk. I just closed my mouth. You know when you read a book and hey, you just hush, you just close your mouth. So that was how I felt about this book. And yeah, so that is all these are all the books that I read in quarter 1. So that's about 25 books. Yeah. So yeah, it was fun talking about it. And I don't know, with every book that I read, I just fall in love with reading the again and again. And I know how to pick good books. You know, I pick books that don't bore me out. I'm so grateful for that. And yeah, it's been a wonderful Q1 of reading books, and I really hope to achieve more in the coming months. Yeah, I'm looking at them here. And how many books did you read? Out of all these books that I've mentioned, how many have you read? And let's just gist. Come on, gist with me in the comment section. And that's all. I gotta go. Bye.